Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am, thank you very much. But only one small request. If you
Yes,
can
sir.
tell me, I am informed that they offer after 10th standard they have joined your organization.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else after 12th or they are just first year of diploma? If you can just clarify the background of the audience.
Sir, actually, the final year students also have joined, sir. With
Oh,
us,
okay.
our lecturer faculty also have joined.
Okay.
For first year students are our main focus, but for this session we have the final year students are also have joined this session, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Anyway,
sir.
yeah. Good morning to all of you, my dear friends, and especially to your principal MS Devraj and the lecturers Madhu NS as well as Gangambe, whom I could read out the names on the display. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. I'm sure that you would have you heard lot about me, but that lot which what you have heard about me should match with whatever I'm going to deliver the.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾರ್ಲೆ ಅವನು ತಿನ್ನು
There's some disturbance. Just hold a bit. Take call. I'll take hold.
ನೀನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಳ್ತಡೆ
Hello, students. So please turn off your mic. Turn off your mic, all of you.
Okay. I'm sure that most of you, particularly the final year students of the Polytechnic College, they must be aware of armed forces. And first year students who have joined after 10th standard or after 12th standard, they'll be getting to know about armed forces. At the same time, how they'll be able to contribute to the nation through service, joining armed forces. Okay. If you have any questions and if you want to know more about, I would like to answer online straight away, or anything beyond that, offline I'll be available. Uh, the most important thing here is I have prepared this particular presentation keeping in view of first year students, those who have joined after 10th standard, and some of you could be from 12th standard. Those who have done the 12th standard, they will be at more advantage as compared to 10th standard, but still the advantage is available to all of you. For final year students, it would have been a pleasure to give more details, but I have focused with the given time available of about 60 minutes, which I am told. I have focused exclusively to give you the awareness about the armed forces of India, that is Indian Armed Forces. So final year students, I'll focus maybe next time. I'll initiate from here as stage one or part one of my lecture or my interaction. And part two, I will take up next session if I'm given permission, privilege to do so. So thank you. And I welcome all of you to my session. Hope I will not make it the most boring session. I'll try to share with you whatever the knowledge I have, whatever the information I have. I'm not the authority, first of all, to quote that the Wing Commander Janardhan has told this, so he's the authority. No, I'm not at all the authority. I'm giving you the information. The authenticity of whatever I'm going to give you information is to be verified by each one of you, by all the individuals who are present here. So that's my request. So don't put me to trouble quoting Janardhan was there and he gave me this information. Please don't do it. Okay. Next, coming to your lecture, which Mr. Madhu NS was giving, that's about leaders. I just happened to hear it. He has given you good background, and most of you was mentioning about army, about military soldiers, and Narayan Murthy, Jawaharlal Nehru, Gandhiji, like that. So many you were mentioning about that. So it's good that already you are aware of who is a leader and who can become leaders. And one thing most important is all of us are leaders. Okay? We should not forget this. Everyone is a leader. But only thing is that we should make that talent, that ability to come out, so that it is seen, and thereafter you should be able to manage it. Okay, so one is that you should have the leadership quality. Next is that you become the managers, and thereafter, because you are all in technical stream, diploma engineering is a technical stream, engineering is a technical stream, medical, that is MBBS, is also a professional stream. So once you become managers in your technical stream, you have to become professionals. This is where actually you are going to make the difference. This is where you are going to mark your presence as individuals. You have to be a professional. You don't have to think that not being professional you can manage chalta hai attitude in India, which is generally there. So this is your beginning of the career as technical managers at any level, starting from the workshop shop floor upward to the executive management to CEO level, anything. So remember one thing: you should be a leader, then you should be a manager, but always you have to be a professional. These are most important parameters to make and mold an individual. Remember this without forgetting. You can note down in your memory or a notebook. Okay, thank you. So keeping this, I'll be focusing for you on the armed forces. There is 3 armed forces. I will share my screen. Let me see now. Are you able to see the screen, madam? Hello.
No, sir.
How do I share? Okay, just hold on. Then I will share the screen. There is in Google. There is because I'm more used to.
Sir, you can share the screen. There is an option for
Yeah.
It will show 3 options.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. Okay. Full screen share. Okay, the 3 options at the left side, right side.
Yes, sir. You can go for entire screen.
Okay, full screen.
You can now you can open the PPT.
Yeah. Okay.
That window you open, sir.
Okay. One minute. See. So this is a PPT. Can you see now? Can you see that?
No, sir.
How do you make it?
I have opened that window. PPT open, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I opened the PPT. Can you just guide me? Because in Zoom it's easy to find out.
Yes,
Share
sir.
screen.
Have you got the present now?
Yeah.
Present now. If you click that, you'll see the 3 options: your entire screen, a window, a tab.
Yeah, present now is there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, your entire screen. You can go for your entire screen, sir.
Okay. Fine, I got it.
Now you just to open.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
You able to see now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can open it.
Sir.
We are getting-
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're able?
Yes, sir.
You can see it now? Oh.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Oh. All the note, don't have to answer. Madam will answer, or anyone from the faculty will be better. So that I don't get confused who is actually talking to me. Thank you.
Students, please don't talk in between, okay?
Okay. Oh, madam, now you can see that no completely.
That window we are seeing, sir. PPT is not yet open, no, sir. Just window.
It is open.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can see.
Yeah, the same thing. See, I opened the PPT full screen now. You are able to see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Thank you. See, this is the presentation which I have prepared for entry level for diploma holders exclusively. Okay, diploma holders actually we should take it as 10. After that, they will join the polytechnic, and there is 10 plus 2 also. They will join the diploma sum which I have heard about. Okay, so there are these. Why I'm trying to tell you in advance, in much early is 10 plus 2 is higher board examination. Polytechnic is after 10th standard. So this is what I am also trying to understand. Okay. So here, if I say the Indian Armed Forces, generally you must be able to make out from the uniform which is displayed here on the screen. First is always the army. This uniform of that is green, olive green. It is mentioned as olive green. That uniform represents the Indian Army, and next comes is the white uniform, that is the Indian Navy. The third one is Indian Air Force. Okay, that is blue uniform, because blue uniform is the one which always is referred to sky. Okay, these are the three armed forces who protect our country, and the order of this armed wings are: first is Indian Army, thereafter Indian Navy, and the last is Indian Air Force. But all of them are very vital to protect the country. As of now, these are the three services, and in the future, which you must have read it in somewhere, that there would be a space war also. That means from the satellites and from the international space stations, like America and many more countries, they'll be fighting from the space.
Sir,
Hello?
sorry for
Yeah,
the interruption. Sir, PPT is not open, sir.
not opened.
It's not yet open. We could see only the
Oh my God.
folder names.
How to share this? See, I shared the screen.
Sir, we could see only the
Ah,
window. We
ah.
can see only the folder Armed Forces for Diploma Holders.
Okay,
PPT
okay.
that we can see.
See,
It's
I've
not.
opened that folder now. Okay.
It's not visible. You open that window, sir. PPT
Ah,
window in that system.
I opened it in my. You're able to see the entire screen with that small window, then the Indian Armed Forces, all
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes,
Okay.
that the
Ah,
folder name we can see, sir.
folder name. Behind that, there is the PPT is there now.
So we can see that my computer of your screen. My computer, you have opened that.
Okay.
In that we can see the folder names. Armed Forces for Diploma Holders. That is one folder.
Huh.
PPT folder.
Yeah, I removed from there. Is something which. See, I've opened the PPT already.
That window, you please open that PPT, sir.
Yeah.
PowerPoint presentation. Beside
Yeah.
that, in the taskbar.
Yeah, I've done that. See, now I've opened it now.
No, sir.
This somewhere which is a result. 1 minute, I'll just check once more.
Okay, sir.
I'm not getting any other control here with to.
Sir, in the taskbar.
Okay, just taskbar at the bottom.
Yes, sir. In the taskbar in the bottom, it will show now, sir.
Uh,
PPT. It will be open.
Wait. Here it says that you are presenting.
You
Okay.
click on PPT, sir.
PPT. Whiteboard. See, I'm not able to get that any specific tool to operate so that I can make it visible to everybody. How do
Sir,
I?
you just double click on that folder, sir. Armed Forces for Diploma Holders.
I need 1 minute. Okay. Then I have highlighted Armed Forces for Diploma holders. You're able to see that particular file folder.
Yes, sir.
I'm moving the cursor. You're able to see?
No, sir.
Not
It's
able to see.
highlighted now. All the courses that's highlighted.
And mouse movement is there, no? You can't see.
If you want the page, you can. But you contact me.
Hello.
Ah, yes, sir.
You're able to see the mouse?
No, sir.
Then, how do we resolve this now? Ultimately, we have to resolve this issue.
Uh,
Anybody can guide me correctly?
yeah. Sir, I'll call you, sir. I'll call you, sir, over phone.
Okay. Okay, madam. Okay. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
Sir, your number is not reachable to me. Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now we try because I had momentarily switched it off.
Okay, sir.
Okay, try now.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. One minute, 1 minute.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಹಲೋ.
Hello students. So there is a small technical issue. Please be online. Okay. Please be patient for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Give us 5 minutes. Sir, I have WhatsApp the mail ID, sir. Students, please be connected for a. Please be connected. Give us 2 minutes. We'll resolve the issue.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Madam, I forwarded the mail.
Okay, sir. I'll open it, sir.
Okay. Yeah, this is it. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah, I can hear, ma'am.
I have opened,
Uh,
opened the PPT. Sir, you just go on telling me next. I'll.
okay. Okay. We'll go with the first slide. I think. Yeah. No, everybody can hear me.
Sir.
Others also can hear me, no?
Yes.
Whatever we are talking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let us be in the first slide only. Okay. With this first slide, no? Okay. Shall I move? Shall I start? Hello.
Sir, yes, sir. You can start now.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, this is what is the professionalism. When we find some problem, we should resolve it by whatever methods possible, and just see that the job is done to the extent possible to satisfy all of you. Okay. Now here I was mentioning that the three armed forces have been shown, and the one which is in the green uniform is the Indian Army uniform. One in white uniform is Indian Navy. The other one, blue uniform, is Indian Air Force. So this is how we identify, and this is the integrated services wherein all the three forces are shown as a logo. Okay, so here we see the three chiefs of armed forces and then the three services here. Coming to the next slide, I have brought out that this Armed Forces, Army, Navy, and Indian Air Force is for the brave hearts. Anybody who is not a brave heart, you please think yourself and judge yourself, because you are supposed to be a brave heart as an Indian. There is no excuse from that. I will take up the matter, take up the content with the Indian Army first, thereafter Indian Navy, and finally I'll switch over to Indian Air Force. Coming to Indian Army, because you are in the diploma right now. 10 standard would have been the ideal, or 10 plus 2 would have been the ideal to join the army. And you're not a non-technical stream, because the junior commissioned officer, which is shown here, is for the catering service. Army Supply Corps is there, ASC. There they need 10 plus 2 or equivalent exam and a diploma or certificate course for a duration of 1 year or more in cookery, hotel management, and catering technical from a recognized institute. So these are the qualifications required, and the age is also mentioned as 21 to 27 years. So as a diploma holder, you are not going to be recruited directly. So remember, whatever I'm telling is focus towards your qualification. Presently, you are in diploma, whether it is civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, or computer science and engineering, whatever that. So this army doesn't recruit this qualification which you are presently going to do directly. So they have other means of you have other means of getting into army, that I will tell you at the end. Okay. Recruit here. How do they recruit? Suppose if army has to recruit personnel for its organization, they will conduct rallies. They will give the announcements in the newspapers, local newspapers, national newspapers. Everything, state information is given. Everything is done so that it gets wide publicity, and the candidates who come to attend the rally, they will be given some physical test, written test, and then selection. A lot of procedures are there for that. So anyway, this is not applicable to you as diploma holders. So I am skipping that. I'm not going to cover this as of now.
ಯಾರು
No, hello, madam.
ಟೀಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Madam, now is the third. That is Indian Air Force slide. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So coming to Indian Air Force, now, what are the categories for recruitment into Indian Air Force? Here, the one who joins from diploma, you will be absorbed as airman technical. So you have an opportunity in the Indian Air Force as airman, and those airmen are generally addressed as personnel below officer rank, PBOR. Okay, this PBOR, those who are below officer's rank could be technicians or non-technicians. There are two groups, Group X and Group Y. Group X is exclusively for technical. Okay, and Group Y is for non-technical. So diploma holders who are technical come under Group X. This is the higher level group among the technicians or among the airmen. So it's categorized to be, it is considered to be the best option to enter a technical person as a technical person. Airmen, or we call it as technicians in Group X, will work in the technical stream as per the trade selection. What is trade selection? Because you must have done civil engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science, electronics, so many you would have done. So they will find out you are eligible for which trade based on your qualification in the diploma, based on the engineering which you have done in diploma. Accordingly, the technical trades available in Group X are airframe fitter, weapon fitter, electronic fitter, automobile fitter, propulsion fitter, electrical fitter, mechanical fitter, workshop fitter. Okay, so these are the trades under which, respective to your diploma engineering will be channelized, will be put into the specific slot. Like airframe, you have done airframe fitter means you may be considered, because of your qualification background in mechanical, you may be considered into airframe. You may be considered into propulsion fitter, because propulsion is nothing but engine. Okay, so these are, and weapon fitter also. You will be further trained into weaponry of used in the armed forces, and you will be categorized as a weapon fitter. Whereas electrical or electronics, automobile fitter, like automobile fitter is the clearly making the branch or the trade, you will be put into mechanical transport stream. Electronic fitter could be in radar or radio. Okay. Similarly, electrical fitter will be in the systems, the electrical systems which are there in the aircraft or on the missile system, or wherever that particular stream applicability is there, requirement is there. So electrical, who has done the diploma in electrical engineering, they will be put into this particular thing. Mechanical engineer is also there, where that particular diploma holder will be taken into this stream. You will be trained in the mechanical aspects of the trade. It could be of a workshop, it could be of mechanical transport, or it could be as applicable other than what other streams are being shown, that is electronics and electrical. Workshop fitter is basically where the requirements of welding, requirements of say molding, then this general engineering section, like that. So workshop fitter will be used there. So this how it is divided into different trades, called as a technician is called as a fitter, that is airframe fitter, electrical fitter, like that. A technician is called as a fitter, and he will be in the X group, that is group X. So this you must remember this. Now coming to Airman Group X, the qualification required here is should have passed 10+2 from a recognized board or equivalent examination. So this is where I was telling you that at 10, after that if you join diploma, or if you have 10+2, how it would be useful. The candidates should have scored 50% marks in the 10+2, that is English, mathematics, and physics. These are the three core subjects where they expect you having scored 50% marks. Or diploma in any engineering course like Polytechnic must have scored 50% with subjects in English, maths, and physics. Okay. So diploma course holders are eligible only for X group. So which I already mentioned to you. This is the elite elite technical group in among the airmen below personnel below officers rank. Okay, so this is where the diploma comes into highlighted portion. Okay, so coming to the next, what is the selection process? Selection process of Group X airmen. There will be an online test or a written test will be there, because online test all that now they have started conducting because of the COVID reasons. And if so earlier it used to be a written test, they used to call you to the centers, selection centers, airman selection centers, they used to call you there and conduct a written test. But now it's being changed over to online tests. They will initially conduct, they'll find out your eligibility, whether you have scored the requisite marks, and thereafter they'll inform you to report to the selection centers. That is stage 1. And in stage 2, physical fitness test is there, PFT. Situation reaction test is there. And most important is group discussion. Okay. So what I'm trying to highlight here, what I would like to highlight you people, because you have just started your diploma, I'd like to highlight most important thing is you have your physical fitness in case you want to join the armed forces. Otherwise, also you're supposed to have a physical fitness for your own good, because the physical fitness and your mental fitness, they always fetch you. They will always get you a very good job, whether it's armed forces or non-armed forces. So remember one thing: at this age, at this time, you start now giving more important to sports or physical fitness in particular, in whatever the form you want to do. Never forget this. You may be very intelligent, you may be a rank holder, but generally I've seen many people who are not physically fit. They fail in physical fitness, but they're unable to go to the next level. So that's the reason. Physical fitness, you keep have more emphasis, and I'm very sure that your principal, your lecturers, your curricula, in particular your curricula, will take care of that, so that you are coming out as a physically fit individual. Next comes is situation reaction test, SRT. Situation reaction test here basically it looks at your mental attitude, your mental outlook, your mental absorption, how fast you're able to be a part of the team as an individual, as a group. All these are all very important things, and you have to be an inclusive person. I don't know whether I'm able to convey to you. Inclusive means here when there are two people or only one person, one individual is there. If he wants to complete the task, it will be difficult for him because the task needs one more person or more than one person to help him. So that is the time he looks for someone. That someone should not be an individual. He should be a team participant. So these are the attitudes. These are the important parameters, important requirements to be inculcated, to be acquired, to be practiced within you, and you be part of a team most of the times than an individual. When it comes to an individual, it is more about your talent, more about your attitude, more about your awareness. All this will be okay. But in a team, all that has to be utilized, has to be made use of to complete a given task for a team. So this in particular, I would like to emphasize for you at this stage and at this particular qualification, when you want to go ahead in your life, whether it is a corporate or non-corporate or it's armed forces, these are most essential qualities one should develop that. Next, coming to the group discussion. This is most important aspect of your selection. Out of 10 people or out of 4 people or out of 4 people, there could be 2 people or one person who is a loudmouth, who will talk like anything. He doesn't give any opportunity. He occupies most of the time, which is supposed to be meant for the team. Say, for example, 10 minutes. He occupies for 5 minutes, just keep talking, and he doesn't allow others to talk. Then if the content, if what he speaks is doesn't have any meaning to the group discussion topic, because any group discussion means it will have a topic to be discussed. If one person wastes his time because he's got a loud voice but no content, you will be spoiling others' opportunity. So here what you should do is, there are such occasions where individuals also want to prove to the one who is doing the selection, that is the officers who are involved in selecting the individuals for the all the candidates for the technical team. Then many people prepare in such a way that many individual candidates prepare in such a way that I will overtake the remaining group members through his voice. So that is the time. What I want to tell you is have good knowledge of the topic which you are talking about, your awareness of the topic with respect to you as well as with respect to the society and with respect to the country also. But most highlighted portion of the particular item in this is communication. Those who are able to communicate better, they cross the stage 50% straight away. You have to learn to communicate. Don't be silent. Because in a group, when you have a point to express, you know it is right, and you know that other person who is talking is not has got no sense. That is the time you, when you know it, you have to have guts to stand up, to raise voice and stop the person who is not allowing you to talk. Then express soundly, express correctly with good words and with communication and without anger. Most important is don't get angry, because in anger you lose your thinking power, you lose your thinking levels, and you'll get loss of words also. So keep the group discussion as a most important thing, with communication, knowledge of the topic, and relevance of that as given in the topic. Don't go out of that. What happens when you are knowing and you are able to talk and it's got a meaning, you get points whether you shout or whether you occupy more spare time. So group discussion, you emphasize on that. Then the
And then
stage 3 will have the medical exam. I'll take up one by one in the next slide. Here for the group X, which I have brought out, stage 1. Stage 1, as I mentioned, online test or written test. There will be around 70 questions will be there. The time what will be given, is 1 hour. Use this judiciously. Practice this properly before you attend, because more you score better. You may not score 100%, but you will score better, which could be anywhere from 70 to 90 or anything like that. And there will be subjects that the examination questions will have: physics, mathematics, and English. So 25 marks for physics and 25 marks for mathematics. English will have 20. See, you may score physics 25 or 25, maths 25. But English, most of the engineers who are BE engineers also unable to have a good communication English and good written English, because they find that I can speak English, but what kind of English, whether it's a technical language or is a non-technical language. We are all very good in talking as a dude and all that we use among friends. So that is your communication language among friends and in a social circle. But here you are expected to be a technical person talking English grammatically to the extent possible and meaningfully to convey 100% of what you want to convey through words. So don't forget this. Give importance for this English, particularly if the faculty can take care of making them to write and express English, to talk in English, to debate in English. All this will help a lot, particularly before they complete their training of 3 years, the qualification of in 3 years duration. So physics, maths, individually can do it, but English is one which always any defense personnel, whether it's a airman or an officer, communication is possible when he knows the language, which is English for the official purpose, and it's most important. Local language, you know it, but English to communicate is most important. That's where your ability to start conversing in technical also matters, and you will start absorbing more abilities because you are able to express what you read, what you remember, you are able to express. So my suggestion to you is, because you are all young buds at this time, as you keep growing, don't neglect this. Read magazines, read English, don't read novels, because the novels will challenge you in one direction if you take care of only one author and you don't read other authors. Go for general English, which will convey you magazines like Competition Success Review, Business Insider. There are so many magazines which are in English, and newspapers in particular, like Hindu paper is there, Indian Express is there, Times of India is there. There are so many out there. Read them, note down the words, and pick up this English. When you keep reading, you will get the sentences very comfortably, and you will spend less time looking at the words which you have to express. So please give emphasis to English. Coming to the stage 2, there is physical fitness test is there. Here you have to clear this. First stage you have to clear. The second stage is most important. It's called the first stage as a screen test, where initially you are found out whether you can speak English, you can write English, you can communicate English. It's the first stage. But thereafter, second stage comes, which is your physical need. physical fitness. What you have been doing all these years, whether you are just sleeping, whether you are spending more time for your studies, whether you are only indulging in studies and nothing else. Okay, this matters a lot, whether it is for armed forces or for the corporates. So take care of this. Go for a jog in the morning. Keep lively mind. Keep a smiling mind. Keep good thoughts in mind. Okay, all this will give you a lot of energy. It will maintain your physical fitness. Don't give up physical fitness. Maybe in the morning, 1 or 2 hours, in the evening, 1 or 2 hours, or during holidays, 1 hour is sufficient for that. So, after the first stage, coming to the physical fitness stage, there are various types when you enter into the second stage. One is the race. The candidate has to clear a race of 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, sometimes it may be 7 minutes also possible. So you are expected to run, or they allow about some 20, 30 people together. Okay, now you run. That is a race. So after 6 minutes, 30 seconds, they'll stop you. They'll find out who is able to reach that end and who are not able to reach, and they are in the middle or they are at the beginning. All these people will get filtered out because they are physically found themselves unfit to run even for 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay. This is where again I insist that physical fitness test is more important along with your studies. Make it up. Okay. Next, come to they will test you for 20 squats. 20 squats. You know about that?
Squats, Kota. 20 squats.
Okay, madam will take care of that. Next is 10 push-ups. I think most of you have heard push-ups because you generally give your junior during ragging. Okay, 10 push-ups, 100 push-ups. You know it. I don't have to tell you because you're already trained by your senior in case there is a ragging which is not official and it's off the my talk in this. Finally, there will be 10 sit-ups. Okay, squats and sit-ups. There is a difference. You check on that. Finally, 10 sit-ups will be all this will be in the stage 2. Okay, and coming to the situation reaction test (SRT). Here, they are tested about their practical knowledge for a given situation and asked how they react. Practical knowledge means, suppose just I give you a worst example, which is not supposed to be done. Generally in a school, in a class of 20 or 40 people, there will be one kind of a rowdy like, a goon type, who has got a very good physique, who can, hey, come, barale, no, like that, keep talking. So that man becomes a leader for you because some are weak physically and they are unable to oppose. So here, what happens is if he calls for, okay, we'll take care of one person, he is acting too much. Come, let's take him to task. That time, what happens? Another 2-3 people will join. That is, your classmates or friends will join. Here, first thing to be noticed is, what is the situation? Situation is to handle the person who is not obeying you. That is the situation. I'm telling you this is practical because I was on in Damgiri and other municipal high school. So situation is to take care of one person, one of your friends who is not obeying you. You have a leader. Okay, that leader is giving you some command. You can say call them as commands or directions or instructions, which you feel that you should obey him. Otherwise, you will be taken into a task. This is fine. So this is how it becomes a situation. Now you come to know what is supposed to be done. Talk to him. If he doesn't listen to you, you hold his shirt and just bash him. Okay, this is how the situation goes through. So same way, here you don't have to do all this. You have to be a good citizen, a good civilized person because you are a technical person, because you are an individual with civility. Civility means decency. Okay. In armed forces, you are expected to be a very good civilian, very good citizen, with good thoughts. You can't be a rowdy there. You can't be a goon there. Otherwise, there won't be any injury for that. So here you are given a situation like a team of 4 people are there. You are asked to cross a bridge, which is simulated one. You are asked to cross a bridge, and how will you do that? Or you are given a situation to cross a hillock. You are a hilltop. You have to go. You have to climb, and there is something awaiting for you to give you another assignment. So how will you do it as a team, as an individual? As an individual, what is your contribution? And as a team, are you able to complete the task? See, in defense forces, or in particular, any individual, whether outside or in civil or in defense forces, completing the task is what everyone wants it. Whether you're a principal or whether you're lecturers, whether you're a teacher, anybody, they'll ask you, have you done the homework? You will give 100 reasons. Oh, there was no power supply, there was no net, there was no so and so. The house was locked. All that we give a lot of reasons, but nobody is interested about knowing the reason. They'll ask you, have you done the work? Yes or no? No. No means 100% punishment. You are not fulfilled the expectation. Not fulfilling the expectation is very bad. Okay, that shows the attitude to give excuses and reasons for not doing the job. But in spite of adverse conditions, adverse environment, in spite of house being locked, you break the lock, go inside the home and start doing your homework is what actually you are expected to be. Okay, instead of sitting outside and wasting time. So that's what it may be a wrong thing to break the lock, but your intention is to go inside and study. So that is the productive output. So this is how you must link. You must think about that. Have right frame of mind in the situation which you are given, because it demands your awareness, your alertness, and your logical analysis. All the technical people, okay, in general, whether it's an engineer with a engineering degree BE or diploma, they are expected to be more logical, because only engineer thinks logically, unlike other professions. Because you think logically, it's very difficult to convince an engineer, whether diploma or engineer. So, situation demands your alertness, then presence of mind, your knowledge, your logic. Here, you give that importance. Okay, keep alert, and you practice it through some books or through some tasks which are generally given in the college. Okay, yeah, maybe it could be in your curriculum also. This is one of the most important tests, because your practical ability. If you are going in a car and the car now just stops, you don't know what to do. At least you're expected to come out, open the bonnet, see that what is visually available, see visually giving you information about whether electrical wire is in short circuited or burnt black marks, or engine is hot, giving a lot of hot air, or radiator is now giving you, given the problem, no coolant in that. So like that, what happens is, as everybody knows that you don't know, you also know that you don't know about car, but what happens is, what best you can try to do it, so that if you report to a service garage, you should be able to tell what is the problem. So that much is expected. So these are all very important things: practical knowledge, practical awareness, and mental ability. Mental ability, you have to practice mental ability through through thematic tests are there. Like suppose a picture is shown, and the picture will say some person who is coming, who is opening the door, will receive a letter through a postman. So these are the mental abilities in which you should be able to analyze what is that postman has given to the individual. Should be able to understand that and explain it and show that you are there to find out the reasons of receiving the letter, maybe from your office, maybe from for a ceremony. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me, ma'am?
Hello, sir.
Okay, okay. And so, mental ability is also very important. Now, coming to group discussion, already I told you group discussion, what you are supposed to be there, what you should be doing there. Communication skills, leadership qualities. First is you should be able to communicate, because if you say just get up like a leader, but you don't know how to communicate, it's just wash out. Completely will be washed out. So that's why be a leader, then communicate better, then lead the team objectively towards the topic. Okay, towards the topic I mentioned. This is where you should not go out of the track the topic says that PM means Prime Minister. You should be sticking on to that particular word, Prime Minister. Speak only about that. Don't speak about Chief Minister. Don't speak about some other minister. So focus yourself. What is the topic? Then collect the relevant information about that, whatever you have the knowledge about. Then go objectively. Lead the team. In case out of 4 people, 2 people or 1 person is talking about minister, but not prime minister. You should be able to tell him that let us focus to the topic that is prime minister. Speak about that. Like that, you lead the people, other members of the team. All this will add for the points which you will be able to score, and the assessing officer in the team who is selected for the candidate, you will come to know that this man has 50% capability. The remaining 50% capability will be through training in the organization, whether Air Force, Army, or Navy, will be able to give him, make him a good individual to contribute for the country. So this how the initial push-up will be there by the organization itself only. So you focus on this. Next, coming to Indian Air Force, again, the medical examination, which is stage 3. This is the last stage of your selection. Medical test will be there, and medical checkup will be there. But this is where that your PFT, that is physical fitness test, and medical examination. If you have any problem, anything like that, physical, which may not be known to us, all that will be thoroughly checked by the medical doctors of military medical doctors. So you have, if you have any disability, if you have any kind of deformity, if you have any kind of medically unfit information with you, find out whether you will be eligible to participate or not. And even if you get through the screen test on stage 2, whether stage 3 in the medical test, whether you will be able to go through or not, you consult the doctor before you go for the selection. Then you take a decision on that. Because in spite of the any issue specific problem you have medically, and still you can appear, you should appear, because the military standards may have some kind of waiving of the deformity or the problem. So they will have their own standards to determine, which will be different from the civil doctors. No, weight. So here your physical fitness is very important, but your weight is most important. If your weight is proportionate to your height as per the chart which is shown there, then you are physically fit. Generally, the tendency is there is about 165 centimeters height, is around 180 kgs weight. Okay, weight is outweighing your height, so you are medically unfit. So don't lead to that. Keep check on your weight as per your height and for the particular age you are there. There is a chart available in generally in most of medical charts are available in the Google or in the websites. You find out that. So give importance before you go for the selection board. Yeah, you have, say, instead of 60 kgs, you are overweight by 10 kgs, that is 70 kgs or 75. 1 month before, you do a lot of jogging, lot of running. Even don't do dieting, because you lose your strength, your stamina. Don't lead to that, but lose actively doing other exercises, gym and all that, and come down to about 60 kgs, means 62 kg or 63 kg. That is a better thing. Okay, so maintain that. Give more importance to this thing. Madam, how long I can continue? No. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Madam, how long? No, it is 12:47. I don't. I'm taking more time, I believe.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Is it okay? The speed I'm going.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You can.
Okay. So you just give me a reminder in case I'm going over time.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So give more importance for your medical fitness. That is through your physical fitness. Why I'm telling you now is your future will be as good as what you want to be starting from today and starting from now. If starting from now you want to have a good physical fitness, good professionalism, learning right way, technical things, good communication, good leadership. This is the beginning of your first step in your career. Because when you complete 3 years, there will be so many things which you have to do it within 6 months, and it will be really impossible to reduce 20 kgs in 6 months because you get under a lot of stress. Stress makes you to lose your energy very badly, so don't get into problems, avoid problems. But I did have problems myself, but I learned the hard way. I don't want others also to learn the hard way. It's not good. Okay, coming to next stage 3 continuation of medical examination. They'll be checking check a medical checkup on hearing. Ability should be very sharp for candidates in each year, and they will find out how far you can listen with the 6 meters and all that. All these tests are done very thoroughly in a medical section. So that is one. Hearing should be good. Chest should expand minimum 5 centimeters. But when you are in anger and when you have to hit somebody, it will be 10 centimeters expanding. It doesn't work out. So just keep a right chest expansion of minimum 5 centimeters. And one more important point we should note down is tattoos, which most of the dudes, most of the girls or boys are very fond of exposing it maybe outside when they're in a function or anything like that. So tattoos are not supposed to be there by birthmark. By birth, suppose if it is there, like the birthmarks are there. All those things are okay. They are excusable. They may be giving a lot of concession, waiving of those standards, medical standards for the military. So they may be possible, but avoid getting the tattoos outside which is visible when you put on the uniform, when you put on the clothes. The bare hands should not be having neck portion should not be having any tattoos, anything like that. And like somebody happens to be, because tribals also have a opportunity to be part of the armed forces. If they have because of the traditions, then it may be considered by the respective organization. So avoid tattoos in general. Hmm. Why, you may ask me, oh, what happens? What is the problem with the tattoos? How does it matter when I'm going to serve the country, when I'm going to look at the Pakistani and to shoot him? How does it matter? It's not that. It is the identification of the individual. Because as a airman, you all of us, whether it's an officer or a airman, all the personnel of army, navy, or air force, they are called first and foremost as soldiers. You have to be a soldier first, then next is an officer, next is an airman. When you don't have a soldier quality, you are no more a good officer, no more a good airman. That's what I'm telling you. Soldier is trained to be having a very strong mental stamina, very strong physical stamina most of the times, but generally acceptable standards. So that's why tattoos are used to identify a person by an enemy. Okay, this person has got this thing, and identify him, and then maybe take care of him. Something like that can happen. That is the reason the tattoos are not encouraged. Coming to dental, you should have a healthy gum, healthy teeth, no cavities. Because if you are eating maybe some food and all that, sweets and chocolate and all that, there could be these things getting stuck in the inside the mouth, in between the teeth. So that time you ensure that you maintain that hygiene by washing, by cleaning, by gargling and all that. Okay. So see that we maintain and no bad smell also. So these are very healthy gums. Point is also very important because they matter a lot. This is out of my experience. I had a lot of cavities before joining the Indian Air Force, and I had to get that silver filling in about 4 wisdom tooth. So all the problem comes up here. You'll be wasting your energy, time, and the kind of anxiety will be there. What will happen? Medical checkup. I may lose out because I lost one tooth. I lost two teeth. Like that. Generally, these worries will be there. Avoid that. Eyesight is most important. Eat a lot of vegetables, lot of high sight improving vitamins, the necessary food intake. Candidates who are supposed to have 6 by 6, that means short sight and long sight, we should do 6 by 6 of each side. You find out what is 6 by 6. It is in terms of the distance for the right eye, for the short sight, that is the near vision and the far vision. So better to know all this as a general knowledge. Next, coming to the height, the minimum height which is acceptable for Air Force. In general, this also applies to most of other services, but it may slightly differ. So minimum height acceptable for in Air Force for X group, which is technical, and Y group, which is non-technical, is 152.5 centimeters. So here, what I'm telling is, it may be possible that airmen, there could be ladies also likely to be inducted. Right now, it's not there. It's only in the officers' cadre. Women have joined, but likely they are considering even for girls also to join. Their height somewhere like 152.5 centimeter, maybe higher is better. So these are the things which you have to keep in mind when you are trying to appear for these selection boards. Okay, coming to the rank structure. What are the rank structures available in the Indian Air Force? The first starts with the aircraftsman, which is my rightmost aircraftman will be there. That is the one on entry as a technical person, as a technical airman. You will be given a rank aircraftman, and with promotion, you will get a leading aircraftman. Thereafter, a corporal. You can see the number of stripes, two stripes, something like that. A sergeant will be having three stripes, that is, which are seen in white. Okay, they are all worn on the arm, on the sleeve. Like off sleeves is generally worn by uniform in uniform, and on the arm, the sleeve, you will have these stripes both the left and right side. You will have this on the arm, and after that, on the shoulder, there will be different. Junior warrant officer is after sergeant, you will be promoted as a junior warrant officer called as JWO. Warrant officer next, then master warrant officer is the last one. Okay, then after anyway, lot of things are the honorary flight lieutenant, honorary flying officer, all these things are there. Anyway, that is not required here right now as of now. So I mentioned that this rank structure which are worn on the shoulder is for junior warrant officer, then master warrant officer. On the sleeve, they will have these ranks which are shown there. Okay, so this is about rank structure. Now, generally, most of you will be thinking that ultimately what kind of pay I get, because this is the one which makes a person to live happily, to live very financially sound, and this is the attractive part of anybody who is serving anywhere, whether it's a corporate or armed forces. If a very good salary is there, okay, why not I go there and join, because age is there, fitness is there, everything, and I get a very good salary. I can take care of my family, myself, everything, and all that you have. So, if this is not attractive, what you will think? Why should I join armed forces? Because they are paying only 10,000, whereas in corporate they will pay me 40,000, 50,000. Okay, anyway, that is the financial aspect in the mind. But the patriot feeling, in the patriot means about then proud of being Indian and national spirit. Okay, patriotic feelings. If you have, then sometimes this scale what you are getting, that is the salary, may not matter. But I'm telling you very sincerely and honestly, the privileges, the respect what you get, the facilities what you get in armed forces, whether it's an army, navy, or air force, it is the ultimate. The society gives you respect because you're part of the military force that nobody can get outside. They get everything, but here you are an individual who is trained with the military training, and you know yourself how much you have mental and physical stamina. That itself is the way you conduct in the society is seen by most of the general public, because you are different from others is due to military training. That is what is not comparable to the salary what you get outside. So it is the aesthetic value. It is the mental, we call it as notional, which is not paid, but it is got the respect. Is what actually most important. Okay, so then anyway for a aircraftman, it is pay metrics. This is a level, pay scale level, which is the number 3. As it goes up, it is 4, 5, 6, 7, and all that. These are the grades for each ranks. It starts from 21,700 as a basic pay and 5,200 as a service pay, and you get a lot of allowances. You get a lot of the free ration you get, and medical facilities no comparable to outside, and you are a part of the family where you have doctors as your family, you have engineers as your family, you have the pilots or the flying plants as your family, you have ground duty officers, accounts officer, or admin officer, education officer. All this actually because we live in one campus, one walled campus. You are a family of Indian Air Force or Indian Army or Indian Navy. This is what the strength of every Indian who joins armed forces. Remember this. You will never get. You may have blood shared your kith and kin relatives, everybody, but nobody can be equal to what one gets as an armed force personnel. As a big family in the organization, you will never get anywhere outside. I have seen that. Okay. Now coming to that's about the Indian Air Force. That's I hope I have given you sufficient information, and I have covered whatever is supposed to be there for Indian Army or Indian Navy. I have covered exhaustively, keeping you as candidates at the entry level for the armed forces in particular, and for the civil corporate environment in general. Whatever activity applies both the sides, but one side, that is armed forces, outweighs the civil side, as well as so many parameters which I mentioned you. Now coming to Indian Navy, here I will run through because already you know about Air Force. Here only the qualification which matters, whether you are eligible or not eligible matters here. Of course, you are eligible. This selection process is held twice a year. All this information is available generally in newspapers, and there are websites are available exclusively for Indian Navy, Army, and Air Force. Okay, if you're really interested, just have a glance once in a while, maybe once in a month or once in 6 months. Just have a glance. What is this about? How it will be helping me? You can always go through these websites readily available. The qualification for this naval entry will be artificer. Okay, you'll be unlike the leading aircraftmen, and wanted rank sergeants, which I told you for Air Force. Here, this has got a different rank structure, and the uniform you may notice here it is white. Uh, the entry level for airmen there is different. Here is called as an artificer, who is a diploma holder. Exam will be there twice a year, and 50% marks is expected in your branches like mechanical, electrical, electronics, telecommunication, whatever, aeronautical also, shipbuilding, instrumentation engineering, metallurgical. All these diploma courses, you will have to perform 50%. My advice to you is 50% and all that is for eligibility criteria. That is whether you enter the door or you don't enter the door. Why should you be at 50%? Be at 70%, be at 80%. The door is always open. Okay, that's where you should look at. That's where you should have that confidence. Okay, I can join if I want in any time, any opportunity I get. Okay, so we'll go for that. Age limit is 18 to 22 years. This is the age limit. By the time you would have completed your diploma. Physical standards, more or less, it is same what I have explained you for Air Force. Minimum height is 152, slightly less than this thing, Air Force requirement. But keep that as 152 or 153, all these benchmark, that is better. It is correlated with the corresponding weight. So height, weight, and age, which I told you, PFT, physical fitness test. Same thing holds good here. Chest is also again the same 5 centimeters. Good mental and physical health, free from any disease or disability. So this is where you have to just take care of yourself. Any skin disease, generally skin diseases are not easy to heal, cure. So look at that. Disability, if you have a minor disability, how to get it corrected through physiotherapy or through doctors who can cure such things. All these things you look at that. Take care in advance for getting through uh, the selection board. Okay, all this will help you. Okay. Now, coming to the pattern of Indian Navy direct entry artificial exam. So, what is the pattern? Like we had initially the screening test in Air Force, thereafter physical fitness test, thereafter medical checkup. All these are there. Similarly, here also it follows the same. More or less, it's all same. But each service demands based on the role it plays. Like all Army, Indian Air Force, and Indian Navy, they are all meant for one is for land, other one is for sea, and other one is for sky. So these are the three theaters. That is land, sea, and air. These are the three platforms with which one can fight with the enemy across. Okay. So some armed force, like Indian Navy, may differ in certain things. Like I have brought out here, science, maths, English, along with the GK is also there. Okay, all these are objective type. Okay, GK, general knowledge. So this is also there additionally, which was not mentioned in the Air Force. They expected that you have a general knowledge. Okay, be prepared also in case it happens to be there as a surprise. Okay, here the examination is for 60 minutes. It will have based on your stream, whether you are electronics, computer, mechanical, electrical, all these things. Based on that, the question paper will have sections. You have to attempt that section which belongs to you, for which you are qualified. Okay. Then final selection will be based on the psychological test and interview. This is the most important thing because you can get through the written test, you can get through your section paper very comfortably, GK and all that. But psychological test and interview, this is where your mental stamina, mental ability, okay, puzzles will be there. All these psychological tests, you have to do it thoroughly. You have to practice it before you go there. There are specific books are there, informations available readily over net, as well as books. Practice, practice, practice. Most important thing is that. And when you do the psychological test, finally you'll be called for an interview. Interview is the one, these guys, those who are going to interview you, they are veterans. They know what this boy is talking about. Whether this boy is doing some drama, whether he is pretending it, whether he is acting, whether he is good in drama, with regard certificate in his college or not. All this they will evaluate in about a minute or two. They come to know where you stand, fit for armed forces or unfit straight away. So don't try to say the things which you do not know. Armed forces will practice generally, in general, that whether you know or you don't know. If you know, say yes, you know. If you don't know, say I don't know anything about that. This will earn a very good point of grading you, and you'll be very happy. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so psychological test and interview, these are most important. Don't try to hoodwink, don't try to be other than yourself. You note on this, don't try to be other than yourself. Because when you want to be other than yourself, the real person in you who is fake gets highlighted. So that's why don't try to be that. Be whatever you are. Mention whatever you know about that, and be able to present yourself that this is what I am, and whether you select or not doesn't matter, but this is what I am. That is the best approach attitude. Okay. So after that psychological test and interview, you will be undergoing the physical fitness test and medical examination, as usually it was there for other services. Physical fitness test here, it will be same as more or less Air Force, 1 mile, that is 1.6 kilometer. You have to go for a race to complete in 7 minutes. There will be 20 sit-ups, 10 push-ups. So these are the requirements. Medical examination will be more or less again as per the suitability standards required for the Indian Navy. All will be similar to 90% to 95% is similar to Air Force. So just follow that. Minor changes will help you to overcome. No, Indian Navy has got a rank structure which starts from the right side, no Seaman 2 class. This is the beginning, like aircraftman in Indian Air Force. Seaman 2 class will be first one, Seaman first class will be the second rank, leading rate, petty officer, afterwards the chief petty officer, master chief petty officer, second class, master chief petty officer, first class. Similar to what Air Force has got rank, warranted ranks, warrant officers, junior, senior, and master warrant officer. Similarly, here also it is same thing. And what you put it on the sleeves of petty officers, leading rate, seaman, all this like, is also available, like in Air Force, which are put on the sleeves of the person, uh, and on the shoulder also these petty officer, master petty officer, master chief petty officer, all this in the on the shoulder also is shown to the left. Okay, so this is about the rank structure. Salary is generally what is applicable for Indian Air Force is for Indian Army is 99% applicable for other two services, Air Force as well as Navy. Only thing is because the operational role of Army is different, which is on the land. Air Force is at a high altitude with related to aircraft flying, and Navy, which is in the sea, the allowances will be different. So those allowances will all add up. Like apprentice 3 is 21,700 rupees to 69,100. Added to that 5,200. Starting salary could be anywhere up to 35,000 to 40,000. Okay, so this is how it is there. It's very good. You're individually, you're made an individual, you're made self-reliant, and whatnot. What else you want? You expect it. So coming to most important thing, this is what actually is not available in mentioned in that armed forces earlier, Air Force, Army, or Navy. What I want to highlight here is because you're from a polytechnic college, you have 3 years of your NCC, National Cadet Corps. You try to work out, or your faculty or the principal may look into this NCCC certificate. If you happen to be 55% or 60% or 70% or 50%, this gives additional weightage. Most important, additional weightage because you happen to be part of the NCC cadets. Under this category, you will get a lot of benefit, which is very, very useful, whether it's a sports quota or NCC quota or NCC quota for professional courses as well as for armed forces. This is most important. I mentioned here, Indian IMA, Indian Military Academy has got 64 vacancies, out of which, the 64 vacancies are reserved for the NCC cadets. OTA, Officers Training Academy at Chennai, has got 100 seats. Indian Navy has got 6 per course. Each course, that is twice a year if they conduct, there will be 12 vacancies will be there. Air Force has got 10% of all the courses, in all the courses, including flying training courses. Okay. So this is the most important for you. If you are some sort of gaining access through your normal qualification of diploma engineering, you have this NCC to add you to give you a sufficient weightage that you can enter. And here what I am informed is that C certificate is very important in NCC. They say B and C don't have much weightage. If you go for A grade in C certificate, I am told that C certificate has got A, B, C grade. B and C grades are not that weightage is given. And A grade is very good because that will make you to enter comfortably. So this is about almost I have come to the end. To join Indian Army, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force, apply for NCC Special Entry Scheme. This is where in each college there will be a commanding officer who is one of the lecturers among the available faculty. You will be called as the commanding officer, and you will have the next available number 1, number 2, all these things. Okay, through him you can apply if you are a C certificate A grade. You can apply through your own college, through your commanding officer who is nominated by the college itself. So this is one you can remember that time. This may be very useful for those who are in the final year and those who have done the NCC. Probably look into this thing. Okay. So I come to almost an end with this. I would like to say this armed forces for the brave hearts. Like I said, all of us are brave hearts. None are chicken-hearted. Okay, chicken-heart. We should make it brave heart. If it is so, I don't think any Hindu or any sorry, I don't use the word Hindu. Any Indian, any Bharatiya, all of us are brave-hearted. So Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, and Vande Mataram. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope I've made some substance in conveying you what I was having in my mind. Okay, madam.
Uh, Hello, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir. Thank you very much for
welcome.
joining us and
Hmm.
giving a lot of information for the students, like how
Okay.
to join, how the students can join to the Indian Navy, Army, or Air Force.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining us and sharing information to our students. On behalf of our principal and our institute and our students, I would wholeheartedly thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome, madam. Welcome, madam. Any questions if your students have
Yes.
whatever I'm able. So I've shared the information. Again, I'm ending it with shared information, not as an authority. Okay, remember this. You have to look into the proper policy, proper Indian websites of Government of India to get the correct information. Any changes, anything like that could be there. Okay, yes, madam. Any questions if
Uh,
anybody is interested?
Hello students, if you have any, if you need any clarifications or if you need any information, you can feel free to ask sir. Any student having any doubts?
See, if they don't have any doubts, it means that I am not one of them. Either I have not made them to understand whatever I said, or they have understood too much that they don't have any questions. So, which one I should take? Your principal is there, madam?
Sir?
Your principal Devraj is there?
Yes sir, Devra sir is. He is in office.
Office. Anyway, convey my thanks to him for giving me this opportunity and to interact. I hope I have interacted with all the students. They can contact me over my email ID and WhatsApp number also. If it is really required, they can contact me over WhatsApp or generally or they can try to avoid. And my lot of thanks to all of you lecturers, you especially, madam, because you coordinated this, and other lecturers who are there, and all the students who have participated. I wish you all the best. Have a golden life because you want to make the golden life. It's in your mind. Okay, I execute that in your mind through mental stamina and physical stamina. I'm very sure that you'll become the best citizens of India, which I love to be. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, madam.
Just a moment sir,
Yes,
Devra
madam.
sir came. Sir would love to share few words with you.
Okay.
Hello, Janardhan sir.
Namaskara, sir. Namaskara.
After a long time, I
Yeah.
got the opportunity to listen
Yeah.
to you.
I was really thankful. You made me to speak, and I thought, I think I've done some expectation. I met your expectation to some extent.
Actually, I expected
Uh,
these were only final year students, but our staff thought
uh,
that this will be very useful for final year students.
oh, okay, good.
All are on online now. They are observing your program through LCD.
Oh, nice, sir. Nice, really good.
I send the WhatsApp to you how the program is arranged and all that. And then all our students are very happy because they
Mm,
came to know the opportunity,
yeah.
how the benefit is given and in what way it is useful, and then how SSB interview is conducted, what are the requirements, where you have to refer the material, all those things they came to know. But
Oh.
only thing is that today only I had Google Meet with our commissioner.
Okay.
So we were going parallel. That's why I could not attend the full session of you.
No problem. No
So
problem.
that's what, the problem was. Otherwise, I would have sat for the full session. Anyhow, on behalf of our institution, Government Polytechnic Harapalli, on behalf of coordinator Gangambe and another assistant coordinator Dhruva Kumar, I thank Mr.
you, sir.
Janardhan, who is
Thank you, sir.
wing commander, who was wing commander, and my best friend, That's what I wanted to say at this stage, because last week only I came in contact with Janardhan sir due to some admission process and all that. Anyhow, I thought immediately, so he's the best person to give information about Army, Air Force and Navy. Even though he was in what you call Air Force, I think he came, he gave the information about Navy and Army also, because this will be, this is the first session, I think, in our institution conducted regarding SSD. So anyhow, once again, I thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So if at all you need to share any of your important what you call experience, you can share for 1 or 2 minutes. So any question?
Important information, I can say only one thing. Today, whatever I am after my engineering degree is because of Indian Air Force. Whatever I was before joining Indian Air Force, that was because of my parents who gave me education and good values in life. These are the two things which I would like to say. So never forget your parents, never forget your education background and your institution or organization where you serve. Most important things are these, because that's the value which we carry within us, and that's what we project ourselves to the society. So that's what is it. And I've seen Mr. Devraj, sir, the principal, has been the same person even when we were studying 8th standard at the Davangere Municipal High School. Same nature, same smile, same outlook. That's a great of it, because many people do change. Maybe physically is okay, acceptable, but mentally they have remained same with a lot of respect and respecting another individual, giving them the values in life and great education, which you have been. It's a noble profession, which is actually teaching, and you are there. I'm very proud of that. At the same time, my request, only two things request is that if your students, whether it's a final year or first year, if they can take care of physical fitness, because you have being a government college, you have a very big sports complex, a big area available for playing various sports, and NCC is another thing. And the first and the foremost thing is what I would generally recommend for engineers, whether it be or diploma, communication.
1 second, sir. So please share with Kannada also.
ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಕೆಲವು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬಹಳ ಅಧ್ವಾನವಾಗಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, NCC-ಗೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ದಟ್, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್, ವೆದರ್ಸ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. This is one of the drawbacks in the Indian maybe education system, whether it's a North Indian side or the South Indian side. Those who are very good, they always go through, they sail through very clearly. But particularly from other parts of some interior or outside the urban cities, the access to speak in English ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪುಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಫ್ಲೂಯೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಆಯ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್. That is a challenge, alva.
So that's what the problem is. So later, but they come to final year, definitely they will improve a lot.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡಿಯೋ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಏನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ
ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಏನಾರ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತು, ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತು
ಹೇಳಿ. ನಾನು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾರು ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ. I would like to improve whatever I have not done to you justice. Just let me know what could have been better way.
Sir, Madhu, ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ರಿ. But so our
ಹೌದು, ಮಧು NS ಅಲ್ಲ ಇವರು.
Mr. Madhu will give his feedback, at least on behalf of students.
Very good. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಅವ್ರ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
He will give his feedback.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಧು.
Sir, namaste, sir. Myself, Madhavan, is working as a lecturer in the Department of Civil Engineering.
Okay.
On behalf of my students and on behalf of my staff also, we are very happy for these sessions because we all got the opportunity to interact with the great personality of our Indian Air Force, Janardhan sir, because these sessions give a lot of information about the Indian Armed Force, because these details you won't get through internet in details. And also in the previous session I told about the charismatic type of leadership style, because if we look at your personality, you told that our principals, below principals, that you are in both age, but we think that it increases our patriotism by seeing the personality, and we are very much happy, sir, for being with you, sir, for these sessions. And in future, we will arrange some future programs on behalf of our Red Cross, and also definitely we will invite you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
But what you want me to improve upon? Because okay, good things are always generally appreciated. But if you tell me something to improve, I would really appreciate. I would really appreciate that very much. Anything which you feel that to convey to your students, if I can modify this presentation, it would be helping.
So the presentation is very good, sir, because these people are not aware about because the online classes started in this year only. Because future we are physical interaction classes, but online classes are little bit different from the physical contact classes. And the presentations and the overall is good, sir. No issues in that. And I'm very much thankful to you, sir, for being giving the presentations. And also I would like to thank our principal, sir, giving the opportunity for us for meeting a great persons. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Helpa.
Your program will be uploaded in YouTube, and then it will.
Okay, anyway, thanks. Thank you very much. And all the best to all of you.
Stand up. But this. See,
So
our students.
Our behalf of our institutions, we are.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, thank you very much. So this now we have come to the end of the session, sir. Thank you very much for joining us, and I would also thank Devraj sir for arranging this session. So this definitely has added value to our induction program, sir. So in future, as Madhu sir told, so for final year students also, we would love to arrange few programs, training programs, sir. So please join us.
Sure. See, whenever my classmate Devraj orders me, I obey him.
No, it's a request, sir.
Hey, illa vaada classmate adu. Don't worry. Okay, madam.
Janardhan.
Okay, bye. Thank you. I will leave the video. Bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Discipline mancha.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Hello, students. First year students. students, idira?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the end of the session. So for in the afternoon sessions, I'll update in the WhatsApp. Right now, you can take the break.
Okay.
ಅಣ್ಣ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಏನಂದ್ರಣ್ಣ ಅವರು?
ಅದೇ ನಾನ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಳ್ಳೆ. ಯಾವಾಗೈತಂತ ನೋಡ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ನನಗೆ ಯಾಕೋ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಊಟ ಆತ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಣ್ಣ, ಏನೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ?
ನಿನ್ನೆ ಆದಂಗ ಆಕತ್ತೇನೆ ಇವತ್ತು.
ಹಾ, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಆದಂಗ ಆಗ್ತೈತಂತ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಹ್ಮ್.
ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದ್ರು ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರದ ಅವ್ರು.
ಹಾ, ಅದೇ.
ಸರಿ ತಗೋಣ, ಆಯ್ತು.
ಹ್ಮ್.
ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ
ಯಾವ
ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್.
ಯಾವ ಊರ್ ನಿಮ್ದು?
ಯಾವ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಅಣ್ಣ?
ಸಿವಿಲ್.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವ
ಯಾವ
ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್?
ಊರ್ ನಿಂದು? ನಂದು ಸಿವಿಲ್.
ನಮ್ದು ಸಿವಿಲ್.
ಯಾವ
ನಮ್ದು
ಊರು?
ಸಿವಿಲ್.
ಯಾವ ಊರು?
ನಂದಿತಾವ್ರಿ. ನಿಮ್ದು?
ನಮ್ದು ಚೆನ್ನಳ್ಳಿ ತಾಂಡ.
ನಂದಿತಾವ್ರಿ. ನಿಮ್ದು?
ಚೆನ್ನಳ್ಳಿ ತಾಂಡ. ಹೆಸರು?
ಭರತ್.
ಸರಿ.
ಸರಿ ಅಣ್ಣ.